Yo.
Yo,
Falcons Friday, late night.
yes, sir.
Late Friday. No special guests because we are the only special guest that we need here on Four Quarters this week.
You know,
This matchup is, we don't even need to really get too much deep in depth with it, but we're going to do that anyway. But y'all know what it is. It's Falcons Saints. First of two matchups this season. This one's at home. This one's going to start a 3-game stretch for us of NFC South opponents, 2 at home, 1 on the road. So we're gonna bring y'all some X factors, some like a little preview of this matchup. But of course, you're gonna hear the Four Quarters intro real quick, and then we're gonna get into this stream. All right,
yes.
y'all can see I got my boy AG, and AG. Unfortunately, we always have to talk about a little bit about the previous week. So
It's all good. It's all good.
go ahead and give us your week 3 spiel, and moving into this week 4 ball game.
Well, I mean, after being in the atmosphere, we can say that it was a packed house. The fans did show up for the game. Um, we gave it our all. I just don't think we gave enough execution at the end um, to get us where we needed to be. Whether it be play calling, whether it be the players, whether it be everybody not being able to mesh yet. Um, I do think that it also gives us the space to say that we have had a pretty decent start to the season, given that none of our starters were in the preseason because we wanted to like just save it for the season and everything. So I do think that it gave us sort of a idea of what the Falcons wanted to do, but coming up short in the game where we could have won uh, seems to be the topic of discussion. But we can't complain about it because we're playing against teams that actually were in the Super Bowl within the past 5 years, um, and we're not giving no excuses to the guys. But at the same time, we just facing reality and facts of who we're playing and how we play them. Uh, I do think that it also gives you a little bit of an edge on coming back home and playing against a division rival uh, the following week after taking a little sting of a loss like that.
Yeah, uh, I do think, like you say, the caliber of opponents they playing can only make it better. Long in the long run, especially the way Pittsburgh looking like now. Especially, I counted that or this 3-game stretch. I kind of had us at 1-2 when the season first dropped. So seeing how uh, Pittsburgh is looking, it makes me feel a little better about it. But at the same time, like you said, you do want to start getting some of these wins, the close ones, because pretty much every game you play, I mean, you might blow some people out a few times. You might get blown out even, but normally the game is going to be, close in the NFL because the margin of error is slim. So, you got to start winning those
Right.
one-score games. Like you said, at the end, it came down to whatever you want to say, play calling, whatnot, whatever the execution, why it wasn't right can be argued, but bottom line, it just wasn't right. So,
All right.
playing a team, especially the champs, you got to execute on things, opportunities that you get. But at the end of the day, it is, I guess, sort of somewhat of a moral victory. But it would have been better to have it be an actual victory. But like you said, I hope that can be like used as momentum moving into the next game. It is at home. Um, they do need to start getting some home wins because they 0-2 at home right now. And like you said, man, the fan base is trying to get behind it, but at the same time, you don't want to lose the season early. So and then with this next game coming in that you got New Orleans, they're gonna be well traveled in the stadium. So
Yep.
you want to make sure that our fans can be leaving home happy for like the first time this season after a game.
Walking them out. Walking
Uh,
them out. Ready.
like I said, the officiating was pretty bad in this game, but I don't want to just strictly put it on that. But it was bad. Um, I think the defense did enough to win the game as usual. Like I guess we can kind of like rely on these type of performances from our defense from this point on. Like I guess our defense is gonna be stingy, hold people to low 20s, and our offense just needs to, even our offense needs to be better than 17 points, 10 points. Like we need to do better than that.
Yeah.
Uh, we need to be better in the red zone. We need to be better on short yardage situations. Like this is the second week in a row we got stuff on 4th and 1, 4th and short. The first time you tried to run it up the middle, the second time you try to do stretch. So I don't know. Maybe we need to go in the playbook and do some play action, do something. But I'm gonna give Zach Robinson, the benefit of the doubt. He is a first time play caller, so he's gonna, go through trials and tribulations with it. But yeah. So with that being said, with the week 4 matchup, looking at the injury report, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna pull it up. But the Saints are looking really banged up right now. They just had today. Chris Olave got put on there. He got hurt in practice with a hamstring injury.
Mm-mm.
I think for us, Caleb McGarry will be out the game this week.
Out.
Drew Dahlman is out, so we missing 2 linemen. I'm not super duper overly worried about it, but I am kind of a little worried about it.
I mean, at the same time, though, I think that Storm Norton, we seen good production from him last year, and like really all he needed was just that game just to warm himself back up because he hadn't played any snaps except for in the preseason, of course. But you know what I'm saying, just give him some time to get just to that game speed, and Storm Norton probably be good. I think Ryan Newsel might be the same way, but they did say that the handedness from the center exchange to quarterback is going to be different because I think somebody was left-handed, going with a right-handed center or something like that. But
Newsel, he's left-handed, so from Dahlman to Newsel would be right to left. But I don't think it'll be, after a week of practice, I think you get used to it.
Right.
But yeah, the Saints, they are out. O-lineman Cesar Ruiz, he's out. They already, I think they starting center got hurt last week. Forgot his name, but yeah, he's out. So they down 2 interior linemen. Demario Davis is missing his first game in his career with an injury this week with a hamstring.
Oh wow!
They have Kamara listed as questionable with a hip injury. Olave is questionable with a hamstring. Alante Taylor is they don't have anything listed for him, so they down a few starters. A.T. Perry is out. Cedric Wilson is on here as well, I believe, somewhere. So they slim at receiver right now. Olave can't go, and then we are pretty clean besides those 2 offensive lineman injuries. So that's about it for us.
That's a good thing. And then I mean, this could be a smoke screen, and they'll all play. But at the same time, like the names being on the list, that means that something actually happened. And those hamstrings ain't nothing to play with. So we're gonna see how that goes, and how much that limits their ability to play in that game. Because I really don't want to hear no excuses when we whoop the Saints.
Well, they'll pull those out. But what we need to do as far as offensive side of the ball to win this game, because I feel like the keys are always somewhat the same, but what specific to this matchup you think we need to do?
Okay, so I can't say start fast because in the past 2 games you've gone down and you scored on your first drive at will.
Yep.
I would say it would have to be running the ball more consistent and not running the ball in obvious downs and passing the ball in obvious passing downs. Like mix it up. Don't just be predictable as an offense. That's what got Arthur Smith fired at 7-10 for 3 seasons in a row. Um, know who you have on the field as a play caller. Um, know that you have mismatches on the field all over. Like it doesn't matter who is with, like Drake, Mooney, Kyle, Bajan, Tyler. Like at this point, you know you got weapons. It's just about the chemistry. I think it's mainly the the offense's job to keep the defense fresh. So I would say win the time of possession this game. Like possess the ball and let it end in points. No 3 points, touchdowns. We need at least 28 on the board. At least
Yeah.
28.
I'm looking at our production this season, but so far I really can say that we like main thing for me is we need to be better on third down, and then I
Yeah,
think start converting third downs that'll help the time of possession. I don't know what we doing on third down. We've been 2 for 9 every game on third down this season. That's just not good enough. It's hard to go the same thing every game, especially it being that bad. Uh,
yeah,
so maybe they need to do better on early downs, so the third downs won't be so hard. Um,
yeah. So they'll be manageable because at this point, I believe in every game we've had at least 4 3rd and 11 to 15s. So
yeah, we also need to get the run game going, like you said. Yeah, we did pretty good against Philly in the run game, but I think the run game will alleviate some pressure off the passing game off of Kirk.
yeah,
But without her having 2 linemen out, I don't know. I think the run game might take a little hit this week and this far because I know Caleb McGarry is a good run blocker. Uh,
right,
Dalman's a good run blocker too, so it might take a little hit. But then again, you don't. I mean, I don't know. Just next man up, so maybe it'll still go smooth. I want to see really Zach Robinson gonna have to step it up a little bit. Like he calls. I'm not gonna say he calls bad games, but it's just the time and situation in which he calls certain plays. I just not really liking right now. So
right.
he needs to. I mean, I kind of agree with you, like you said, though. Like start fast because it seems like we are having those drives where we go down the first drive, but then it'd be like a lull in between. And we like don't do
Right,
nothing longest. So if we can even start getting some threes in there in between some touchdowns, anything but a
right,
punt or a turnover. So
right.
I'm gonna say definitely probably uh third down gonna be key for me. Third down in the red zone, I'll say will be the biggest factors to me this game because third down we've been pretty bad, and then in the red zone, like literally last week, you had 2 chances in the red zone, and you ain't come out with nothing at all.
Right.
So I think that needs to be the point of emphasis. But um, yeah, I think you got. I ain't gonna say you got an easy matchup, but you probably. I mean, who do the Saints got on their defense for real? They line. I ain't really worried about the lines. Really, they secondary. They secondary pretty good, but I
Right.
ain't worried about the line. What?
Mostly in the trenches early, we'll be all right.
Yeah, we need to get on early because I ain't trying to get into no shootouts. But I think our defense pretty stout though, so I ain't really worried about them dropping 40 on us like how they did the previous 2 weeks before last. Which gets me to the point of our defense. What you think as far as defense wise need to go on?
I think this game, the fact that you have a pocket passer as the quarterback you're going against, you design a little bit of pressure. Um, you gotta get him off of his spot. You know, he can't throw on the run. You know, he's not one of those quarterbacks that's going to run. He's not a threat in the running game. So you technically need to make sure that you're pressuring him, but it has to be in a good, like, decent amount. It can't be in spurts or like one play out of every drive you're gonna blitz. Like you gotta blitz him on early downs and make him make mistakes. Derek Carr is still Derek Carr at the end of the day. If you make him look like Derek Carr, like the Eagles did last week, with pressure. I think that gives us the upper hand because we have a ball hawking secondary that wants the ball. So I think our line takes that next step this week with a little bit of pressure. Um, the next key I see is like who are they really gonna throw over? They're not gonna throw over Jesse Bates. They're not throwing over Justin Simmons. The back end is kind of pretty solid when you think about it. So it's gonna be on Caden Ellis and Troy Anderson to make sure that they're running and feeling and making sure that they're in the right spot when they need to be there. Because last game they were getting a little bit as far as where they need to be on the field, they were getting thrown off. So I would look for them to be a little bit more clean. Even with Troy coming back off of multiple career in the injuries for the year, I mean, just got to crank it up to the next level. So I think he's trying to get his legs up under him, doing a good job, but he's got to take the next step as far as being in sync with Caden.
Yeah,
And
definitely need to do better pressure wise for sure.
yeah,
Oh, they only got like 3 sacks on the season so far, and then like you said, we are kind of going against like the most statuous quarterback we didn't play this season because we've been playing some mobile guys, so I can kind of see why they don't want to blitz or send certain pressures. But I think this week you got to crank it up a little bit because, like you said, he literally have seen Derek Carr under pressure. He doesn't do so well. So I'm not like you said. I ain't too much worried about the deep shots because I know we got two good safeties. So it's really like you said, gonna be on the middle of the field, the linebackers. Um, I feel like we kind of been slacking a little bit in the run game this season. Though I don't know if that's because they been out there so much, but I don't think I know coming into the season we kind of was like proud of our interior D line, but I think Grady and David they need to step up a little bit. Uh, only thing I'm worried about in the secondary really is like the D Alfred because I think last week like he got targeted 10 times and he let
yep,
up like a catch on every time. So and he gave up like 2 touchdowns. So I don't know. We might need to throw Clark in there. Like I give him a game or two more, but we can't like let nobody be a liability out there. Like we don't have somebody on the bench that a lot of people wanted to start before the season came about anyway. So
right,
if Clark needs to get in there, then that's just what it needs to be. Because I feel like Mike Hughes been doing pretty good. AJ gonna be AJ, so it is what it is. So I
right.
think the only weak spot of our defense right now, which is technically like in that middle spot. So um, I don't know. I think the run game gonna be key this week because Kamara kind of been having a resurgence with this new offense.
Right.
And if Olave is out though, I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be ugly for them because I don't really know who. I mean, they got Shaheed still, but he's kind of just a deep threat.
Yep.
So if you take away his deep shots, then I think you'll be good. But we'll see. Like you said, I don't too much want to bank on them not playing because I already know that's gonna be the built-in excuse.
Right.
So I'm gonna say we get like 2 turnovers though for sure. If it becomes a passing type of game, but
I
if they
feel like we got to make them one dimensional first. We got to
y'all don't
stop Premier, like you were saying.
yeah, if we make it, like I said, let's make it one dimensional, make it a one type of game. They got to just sit back there and drop back like 35, 40 times. Then okay, I like our chances to get like 2, 3 turnovers. Which
Yep.
brings me to our X factor. Who's your X factor this game? It can be offense, defense. If you got one for each side,
Um, I can say this. So on the offensive side, I think this game I say it every time, but like it's just so sad that I have to keep saying it. Give Tyler the ball, bro. Let Tyler run, bro. It has to be a duo mindset when it comes to this running back thing. And I mean, hey, yes, we did draft Bijan high, bro, but once Tyler's gone and he still has a lot of tread left on him, it's gonna be like, why did we waste the talent that was right behind Bijan? Like, it's not gonna be fair. I think on offense, Tyler has to get a little bit more attention as far as being able to do your power runs and your short yard and being able to find the crease without um dancing in the hole basically. Um, he's like a straightforward forward back, and he's ready to get the first down. Um, on defense, my X factor player has to be mm, Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates. We seen what he we seen what he could do last year with the pick six, but I'm not saying do the same thing this year, but just keep showing us that Derek Carr is Derek Carr. Don't let Derek Carr make us look like okay, we don't know how to play football, and this defense ain't been playing defense the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah. I think Jesse can very much possibly get him one. Either him or Justin gonna get one this week again, I think. And then if we get like two, I think somebody else. But I'm gonna say defense. I gotta go with I usually like to say position groups to try to cheat. I want to say the line real bad because I feel like our line need to have a day.
Yeah,
If I would be specific, I'm gonna say like I'm gonna go with Grady because I think with them having two interior linemen out, I think that's easy pickings right there. Like we need to beat up on the inside. And Jalen Carter had a game against them last week, so we need to kind of
right.
make that and get that interior pressure because I don't know, our edge group kind of just like we already knew what it was. I think losing Trice was big, but I really wasn't depending on a rookie that much.
Right.
Judon doing what he can do, but at the same time, it's like if we don't get it from him, it's not really coming from anybody else off that edge group. Lorenzo
Nope.
Carter is kind of just like a run stopper, and then Evan Katie, he's just I don't know, he's just out there.
Too hyper. Too
Yeah,
hyper, bro.
he's just out there. So I'm gonna go with Grady. Uh, I'm gonna throw David in there too. Grady and David in that interior. I think they need to wreak havoc down there, stopping the run and the passing situations. But offense, I definitely see what you're saying with Tyler because I think they do need to start getting him more involved in the offense. But I do think the time of possession in the game scripts that we've been having kind of dictate him not getting the ball as much because for one, the volume of plays on offense are just not there right now for us.
Right.
And two, you know, I mean, we haven't been in must pass situations, but I don't know. I really don't like the way they was using him last game because it was like every time he's in, it's a guaranteed run, and then
Right.
every time they put Bijan back in, it's like they guaranteed to pass. So I don't know. I just feel like switch it up a little bit. Like sometimes throw with Tyler in the game, or like throw with Bijan in the game, so that the way the defense can be offset. That way when he come in like short yard
They don't
situations,
never know.
yeah, they don't know like but I do like how you said like the implement of running the ball up the middle. Like I don't we a good outside zone team, but I think it's easier to lose yards when you're trying to stretch it all the way out. So if we want
Yep.
to start doing inside zones or some trap runnings, something, it ain't always got to be the same type of run plays. But if I had to say for the offensive X factor, bro, I gotta go with Kyle Pitts again, bro, because it's just
Yeah.
like at some point you got to start getting him the ball.
Yep.
I think I like what I'm seeing from the receivers. Like Kirk is, him and Drake is getting that one and one connection. Darnell and Ray are doing better than what I thought they would have been doing at this point, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I think Kyle is that missing factor from that tight end position, and maybe they do need to like move him more traditionally to some tight end routes. And then, because I feel like, bro, there's no way you can't find a matchup for him against a linebacker that he can win, or like a safety or a slot corner, something like. So I
Right.
don't know, bro. I just want to see one week where we purposely say like we're gonna try to get him the ball multiple times. Like I thought last game was gonna be that game,
Right.
but I don't know, bro. It's just like more often than not, we like looking for him. Like, damn, is Kyle out there? I
Right.
don't, I don't want to say it's him, but at the end of the season, if he has those pedestrian numbers, that's what the narratives are gonna be. So I think if Kyle have a day, bro, it's so easy for us to be dominating on offense. Like I think that's what it needs to be. And Zach Robinson did say something about it. He said like it's just like I just said with Tyler, like it's the script of the games how it's been going. So like I said, that third down, conversion is going to be key. If you can keep the drives going, that's more opportunities for some more play calls. So I'm
Right.
gonna go Kyle on offense, and I'm gonna go Grady on defense.
All right.
So fourth quarter, these predictions have not been uh, kind to us this season, but
At all.
you know, now that we have 3 games sample size, I think we can be a little bit, closer with our score since we kind of see the offense a little bit sputtering. They've been around that 17, 22-ish mark. I think they've been getting better each week, but what do you have for your game prediction? I know we both taking the Falcons win. I don't care how bad the Falcons ever are. I would never take the Saints over them. But
Never, ever.
what you think, like score prediction wise?
So I mean, I see this being a pretty mid-scoring game, only because of the defense being the way that they are. I see us coming out 27-14.
You shooting high again.
Hey,
Let me see, because the
I'm
last
gonna
game we had 17, so if we could have got a touchdown that second to last drive, that'd have been around 24. I mean, even if we would have got 3, that's 20, got a touch. So we would have been around 27 last game if we would have capitalized on opportunities.
yeah. When you get the ball down in the red zone and you don't come out with nothing, it hurts.
Yeah, it does. It definitely hurts. But I really feel like this offense would be a lot better if they start converting on third downs, though. Because I do think that time of possession is making it hard for them to get rhythm for one. And then
Right.
like you limiting your scoring opportunities because you on and off the field so fast. So, bro, like you said, it's really the offense's job, Slick, to play complementary football and help the defense out by not having them on the field so damn much. Like
Right.
you literally said that the last game we was looking like the Chiefs had 30 minutes of possession time. We had like 15 at the time.
It's
And
like
that's
having the
almost like
ball
a
for one
whole
quarter
other.
compared to 3.
So it's like, yeah, they need to be better. So 27-14, okay, you feel me? I can dig it. But I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to see it first.
Yeah.
Now, the 14 part, like I can believe that. I want to see the Saints a couple more times because after that 40 back-to-back weeks, like that, I can't go for that.
Nah.
Like that's nobody in the league. Nobody's dropping 40 consistent like that every week. But at the same time, I don't know if they're as bad as they showed last week.
Right.
Such an up and down league. I around this time we just kind of going off of what we've seen so far. Around like week 10, you kind of know what teams are a little bit. But I think in my prediction in the video I said Falcons 20, Saints 14. So I'm gonna stick around that mark. I think the biggest I could see right now is like a 10-point win, 9-point win. Cause our offense, bro, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I keep wanting to shoot high with my predictions, but I'm starting to think like this is gonna take a little minute.
Yeah, I think Koo gets involved this game. That's the only reason why I shoot high.
Now we start kicking some field goals, but see, you gotta continue drives to even get down there. That's why I say
Yeah.
third down is key. But I'm gonna stick with my 2014 Falcons, and if I end up being, they end up going higher than
So
because you
be
got
it,
them,
bro.
you got them only a touchdown more, so that ain't too much more. But I could say 2014. But these injuries for the Saints key. I ain't gonna lie, they
Yeah.
looking beat up right now because if they without Kamara, Olave, that's 2 of their 3 best offensive
That's
weapons.
already the first and the second part of the offense.
You feel me? And then they down 2 offensive linemen, so that's like okay, now it make it 2
That's the
times worse.
protection. Sorry, you gonna be on your ass.
They without their best linebacker right now. Demario Davis is out.
Kirk Cousins finna eat.
But
You gotta go hurry up
I
offense,
love to
man.
see our offense have a breakout this week, a breakout game this week.
That's what I've been waiting for. What if we hang 40 on them? Not like just saying it, like not even saying that's what the score gonna be, but like to see our offense like to its fullest potential, like dang, this is what what our offense is supposed to look like that would be one of those games where it's like,
It would be the best week to have that game. I'm telling
no,
you, this would be the best matchup to have that game because I don't want to keep being up and down this season. I really don't. Like you was down week 1, up week 2. I don't want to consider week 3 to be a down, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you do want to get those wins, even though you can hang your head on, okay, we played the champs tough, but at the same time, it's like, bro, really, you gave them the win.
exactly.
So it's like, now what's it gonna be this week? Like, are you gonna be the week 2 Falcons? Are you gonna be the week 1? Like, what's it gonna be? Because, and we can talk about it briefly. We're going into a stretch right here of 3 straight division games. You have an opportunity to damn near wipe clean the first 3 games you've played and really take control in this division. If
Exactly.
you can go 3-0 right here, which isn't, it isn't, I ain't gonna say it's likely, but it also isn't like unheard because you got 2 of the 3 at home, and then the one you have on the road is the sorriest team out of the 3. So
Come on now.
then you get a 10-day break after that Tampa Bay game. So you got a 10-day rest period to, get right for that Carolina game. So what what do you think about that 3-game stretch? Because I would have to go back to our season previews, but I did know I had us 2-2 coming out the 4-game stretch. So I do have this as a win. And then I might have had us beating Tampa Bay and Carolina. So I might have had us going 3-0 in that next stretch. I ain't gonna lie.
I, I'm not gonna lie. It's time to crank it up now. Like we've been doing it. We did it one time. We did it twice. We felt what it's like to win. Did it 3 times. We felt what it's like to play in the game and actually be in the game the whole game. Now it's time to put a whole game together and go out there and hand it to somebody else. Like, hey, bro, you should have did your homework. Like, it's on you to do it now. Like, we can't go out there and play to the level of the other team. That's what's been happening in the Steelers game and in the Chiefs game. We ended up playing towards their favors, which ended up hurting us on the back end because we can't do certain stuff or we can't do what helps us do our offense better.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, it's time to crank it up. What better way to get through to the people than a division game? Like, I mean, at this point, you've had the prime time games, you've had the home games. So, like, the big fight field should be there for this team at this point. Like, it shouldn't be no more heebie jeebies. Like, it shouldn't be no more butterflies.
But
At
as
this
soon
point,
as we walk the Saints out the stadium with the same record as us, and then we go to Tampa, come back home on Thursday and play Tampa Bay, and actually like see what this team is like on a back to back short week. Oh yeah, it's time to crank it up. You start smacking around with the Buccaneers. Hey, it's gonna be a definitely a walk as soon as you get to Carolina game. Because Carolina game, that's gonna. I mean, hey, we're not saying okay, hang 70 on Carolina, but going into that game, you're not finna go in thinking that you finna just walk in that game and they finna just give you the game because they just beat somebody last week.
yeah, nah, it ain't gonna be one of them cakewalks, especially. And then we went down there and kind of embarrassed ourselves last year anyway. So we need to be trying to,
Same way with the quarterback, but I don't think that's gonna be Kirk's story. Like
no.
Kirk's interceptions, he's always been getting hit. That's why he throws the interception. It hasn't been a blatant like I'm staring my receiver down the whole play and now I'm trying to throw it to him and it's an interception.
Yeah, nah. Hopefully we don't get that. But like I said, I think this week 4 through 6 period is the time where you need to, like, man, if you can go 3-0 there, you'll be first in the league, first in your division. You'll already be off 3-0 in your division. You got the win over Philly. So really, the only teams you lost to was Kansas City and Pittsburgh, which are AFC teams. So it won't hurt you as much in the standings. Because after that, you about to go through you about to go through a little NFC gauntlet. But
Right.
if you drop that Seattle game, it won't be as bad if you can go 3-0 these next three.
Yep.
So
We'll play Dallas and New Orleans again.
gotta start this Sunday though.
Yep.
It has to start this Sunday. We both calling the Falcons win. So hopefully they go out there and win because what's the outlook on this team gonna be sitting at 1-3?
What's
What's the outlook
wrong?
on this team gonna be sitting look at 1-3 compared to looking at 2-2 if they win this game?
They're gonna say, is it the coaching? Is it the quarterback? Or is it everything?
How can we get to that point though? Like what's gonna have to go wrong this game? Because I'm like I don't want to fall into that trap I did with Pittsburgh, but I'm trying to really see how I just feel like if we come out and play our game, we should win more times than not.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta impose our will on this team. We can't come out here and then see how they're gonna play us and then play our game. Like, that's not gonna work. Like, you gotta come out here doing what you want to do from the get-go, like you did when you played Kansas City. Like, them scripted play that you have, the first 10 plays or whatever that you have scripted that they already know what's going on.
It was
I mean,
beautiful.
hey, it was just like, oh dang, like everybody's doing this. You start grabbing from those plays that you did on the first drive to move to the second drive, which you mix it up. You don't do the same thing over and over again. It was just like almost repetition to the point where we was able to call plays before they even happened. Like, I shouldn't even be able to do that in the seat. But like, knowing football, I mean, that happens sometimes, but at the same time, I shouldn't be able to do that from my seat.
Yeah, no, we don't want the play calling to be predictable. Like I said, Zach Robinson, that damn near should have been my X factor. Because come on now, I'm trying to really give you the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, because if I would have came on here and did a video after, that's why I don't really like doing videos after losses. Because if I would have came on here and talked about you after the game, I really would have, you feel me, said some bad things about you.
Right.
But like I said, this is your first time doing this, and it's only your coming into your fourth game. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But
You had your preseason.
you feel me? Them 3 games was your preseason. Now you went through probably the toughest 3-game stretch of the schedule that you're going to go through. Like now, these next 3 games can make or break the season, in all
Yep.
honesty. Because if you
Yep.
can take control early, you're good. You
You're
set
gonna be able to
yourself
stay in
up.
control because
Yeah,
that rhythm and that chemistry is only going to grow as the season goes on.
for sure. So we got to beat the Saints. And that's fucking minimum reasons why we need to beat the
Right.
Saints. Oh no, we just have to beat the Saints, bro. Like we we can't lose to the Saints. Like I don't want to. I don't
Not
want to.
in Atlanta either, bro.
You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
now,
I don't want to hear that all week. I really don't.
bro.
It's like the
It's
worst
time
team
to
to lose.
walk them boys out,
So
man. And I'm here, right there at the game like this, like
they
right
gonna
there.
be in there for sure. So they gonna be tailgating, jucking and jiving. It's like the two jucking and jiving fan bases when they just collide,
Yeah,
and it's like you don't want to be on the losing end of this game. You really don't. It's for bragging rights. It's for
John.
the all-time record. Both teams 55-55 in the matchup right now. Whoever wins this next game take control of the all-time matchup. You got your throwback uniforms on.
Ooh, boy, it's
You
gonna
feel
be
me?
lit.
Like, you got and bro, I'm telling y'all, the fan base is starting to get a little weary of this team. You already got the ones that don't trust in it already anyway, but you know, start showing some consistency this game, please, bro. Like I said, I'm tired of being up and down every week. It would be nice to win a few weeks in a row and have a cushion. That way, if you do suffer a loss, it's like, okay, we won the last 3.
Yeah, right.
So,
Exactly.
with that being said, man, it ain't nothing more to do but just play this game on Sunday. So, y'all folks definitely make sure y'all like this video, comment, subscribe. We was at 69, but we at 71 now. So we hit that 70-point mark. So we need 30 more for that 100-point mark. We got a video up on our channel right now previewing the game. So y'all go check that out. Also, our week 4 weekly predictions are out. My record this season is terrible right now, but hopefully I have a week this week. I started off 1-0 this week with the Thursday night game, which was I'm about over Thursday night football as well.
Not for real, man. For real.
Thursdays are just so janky, and it's like, bro, it's like the teams don't want to be there, the refs don't want to be there, the commentators don't want to be there.
That don't need to be the case for us on Thursday though, because we got a quick turnaround.
They're putting them throwback joints right back on, so we need to go ahead and handle that. That's what I'm saying. This is a big stretch coming up, bro. Because if we go 2-0 right here, going into Carolina that 10-day break, we looking good.
Boy,
I ain't saying sleep on Carolina now, but I'm just saying we look good if we can go 2-0 right there against Tampa Bay and New Orleans and go into Carolina. That look good. So, hey man, like I said, we like, comment, subscribe, check all that stuff out I just listed, man. To the next Falcons Friday, man. We out, but y'all folk rise the fuck.
Rise up. Rise.